does fit the elements of a serial killer, yes.
Chief,
one more question.
Can you talk
Jeremy, anybody got any other questions? You've hit me with about 4 of them today. None others? All right.
So you live in Terre Haute now. Was he in Terre Haute in 2008 as well?
That I don't know. I could easily find that information out. I just don't have it with me right here for the press conference. And one more.
Chief, what was the development that made you look at this guy harder than previously?
It was through the work of the task force and the diligence of the investigators pouring through file after file after file. Quite frankly, this task force has been very impressive to see on a daily basis. They have worked around the clock, and just closed this press conference with saying the Omaha Police Department, the FBI, the State Patrol, who comprise this task force, takes the safety of the citizens of Omaha and public safety. It's of grave importance to us, and each one of these task force members went through countless sleepless nights to make this arrest, because we knew of the significance it was to the community, and quite frankly, as a law enforcement professional, we did not feel this individual would stop unless an arrest was made. But I want to caution everybody before I leave. This is an ongoing investigation, and it is not over until the prosecution commences and the guilty verdict is obtained. Thank you, everybody, for coming on such short notice.
Again, Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmatter announcing the arrest of Dr. Anthony Joseph Garcia. He is 40 years old. He was a resident at Creighton University from 2000 to 2001 and terminated by both Dr. Hunter and Dr. Brumback. Why he was terminated, still unknown at this time, but Garcia has not lived in Omaha for 12 years. Again, arrested, 4 counts of murder, first-degree murder. Chief Schmatter won't specify on what the exact murder weapon was.
But he did go into detail, as you just heard, about how the task force that was made up of OPD homicide investigators, the FBI, and Nebraska State Patrol actually found him. They said there was evidence that Dr. Anthony Joseph Garcia was here in the Omaha area in 2008 and in 2013 at the time those murders were committed. The chief says this should be a sense of closure to the victim's family. As for Dr. Anthony Joseph Garcia, they said originally they wanted to serve the search warrant at his home in Terre Haute, Indiana tomorrow, but he became mobile today. He was driving through Illinois, and the Illinois State Police actually found him during a traffic stop. They said the chief said he was impaired on alcohol, and they also found a .45 caliber handgun in his person. The chief, as you heard, mentioned that he wanted to personally thank this task force. He knew that some of them were watching, actually wanted to do this news conference with them behind him, but couldn't do that. They're still investigating in several other states. He didn't mention which states they're still serving search warrants at this time.
And this has been an unsolved murder case since 2008. And again, 2 months ago, the Brumbacks were found dead in their West Omaha home, May 14th. And if you remember, their house near 114th and Shirley Street, south of Pacific. A piano mover showed up that day, and he told KETV News Watch 7 that he knocked on the door and yelled, "Hello," and then he called police when he found a gun clip on the threshold of the home. Police were there. They spent 2 days going through the house, digging up bushes outside of the front door. They're trying to search for any evidence. And Chief Schmatter said right away they felt early on that this was related. The deaths right here of Dr. Roger and Mary Brumback were related to the 2008 murders of Thomas Hunter and the family's housekeeper, Shirley Sherman.
Yeah, and we'll get to Rob McCartney is standing by right now. He's live. He has more information. We can get some more information about those 2008 murders of Thomas Hunter and Shirley Sherman. Rob?
Yeah, Adrian, listen, we're looking into the background, if you will. For more than 5 years, the Hunter and Sherman families have basically been living without answers and living only with hope. News of today's arrest, though, gives them some hope. Take you back to the scene in 2008. It was the evening of March 13th. Dr. William Hunter comes home from his job at Creighton University and finds a nightmare. The bodies of his 11-year-old son, Thomas, and his 57-year-old housekeeper, Shirley Sherman. Someone had killed them, beginning a multi-year, multi-state investigation. Then Monday afternoon, as we've just heard, what they have been waiting to hear. News of an arrest, possibly, as you said, giving them closure. Now, we have talked with Dr. Hunter in the past about the investigation, and he told us, quote, "It's ruined in many a way our lives. It's very tough. No matter where we are, it's lonely without Tom. We miss his busyness and noise. All of a sudden, it was quiet." Hunter's not spoken publicly about that since then. We are waiting to hear from them about the news of this arrest. However, as we just heard Chief Schmatter say, that is between the police and them after he notified them today about news of the arrest. We'll be following this. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Robin. Again, Dr. Anthony Joseph Garcia, 40 years old, was a resident at Creighton University from 2000 to 2001. Pathology department, and he was terminated by both Dr. Hunter and Dr. Brumback.
We'll have more on this tonight at 6 and 10 and more in this newscast. We'll be right back.
Stop paying retail and start saving at Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
This summer, toughness has a name. Determination has a face. Heroes have an identity. Ford Super Duty. Go to extremes. Now, during the Ford Summer Spectacular, get a blockbuster deal. Up to $5,000 total savings on Super Duty. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Don't wait to call me at 1-800-JUSTICE if you've been injured in an accident. Delay is not your friend. Incolar Law. Justice you deserve.
On the road of life, a lot of unexpected things happen.
Uh-oh, time to go to Brakes Plus. It's worse than I thought. Good thing the Brakes Plus experts offer free brake inspections.
BP's right. You always get a free brake inspection at Brakes Plus. And our premium brake specials start as low as $99. Brakes, maintenance, repairs, we do it all.
America comes to Brakes Plus.
What is basementy?
Basementy?
Does it mean everything downstairs?
Below ground level?
There's a lot going on down there.
There is a lot going on down there. So when it comes to solving basement problems, you've got to call the experts in all things basementy. Thrasher Basement Systems.
At Maddie Becker 1 tweets, "I really want an SUV. Hashtag money probs. 3 Z's. Maddie, we can probs fix those probs with a great deal on the CRV at the Honda Summer Clearance event. It's loaded with standard features. And it's from America's best value brand. Oh, problem solved."
Want a new car? Get a great deal on one you'll love at the Honda Summer Clearance event, happening now.
If you are just joining us, we want to update you on some breaking news. Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmatter just announced in a news conference the arrest of 40-year-old Dr. Anthony Joseph Garcia. You see him right here. He was arrested in Illinois today by the task force that was set up to solve the murders of Dr. Roger and Mary Brumback. We're told he is responsible. He was booked on 4 counts of first-degree murder for their deaths and the deaths of Thomas Hunter and Shirley Sherman back in 2008.
And they say that Garcia has not lived in Omaha for 12 years, but they say he was a resident at Creighton University from 2000 to 2001, just 11 months, terminated by both Dr. Hunter and Dr. Brumback. Again, the task force has been watching him. They said he became mobile today, and Illinois State Police pulled him over. And we're going to be following this case all day long, and we will be bringing you the developing stories.
And now we're going to go to some other news of the day.